Burkina Faso has made a bold move, cutting military ties with France and pivoting toward Turkiye. This shift marks a major realignment in West Africa, where former colonial powers are losing ground to new players. Turkiye is stepping in fast with drones, training programs, and strategic influence. But what's driving this sudden change? Is it security, sovereignty, or something deeper? In this video, we break down the real story behind this surprising defense shakeup. Welcome to Talk of Africa 360, your source for insightful news, analysis, and thoughtful commentary. If you value informed perspectives and fact-based reporting, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss an update. Disclaimer: the content on this channel is based on reliable public sources and credible online information. It is intended strictly for educational and analytical purposes. We do not promote or endorse political violence, hate speech, or any form of discrimination. Our goal is to inform, not to inflame. Thanks for being here. Let's stay informed together.
In 2022, Burkina Faso experienced a dramatic turning point in its political and security landscape when a military coup ushered in a new era under the leadership of Captain Ibrahim Traoré. The shift from civilian to military governance sparked a wave of strategic changes, especially in foreign relations and national defense. As terrorist threats and armed insurgencies escalated across the Sahel, the new leadership recognized the urgent need to build stronger and more effective defense capabilities. Rejecting traditional alliances with Western powers, especially former colonial ruler France, Burkina Faso pivoted toward new international partnerships more aligned with its national interests. Among these emerging allies, Turkey stood out as a key defense and diplomatic partner. Ankara, which has been steadily expanding its influence across Africa, responded swiftly with offers of military training, equipment, and technical support. This collaboration has led to a significant transformation in Burkina Faso's military arsenal. The country has acquired several high-tech defense systems from Turkey, including the well-regarded Bayraktar TB2 drone, which has proven its value in modern asymmetric warfare through precision strikes and advanced surveillance capabilities. Burkina Faso also procured the more powerful Akonki drone, capable of flying at higher altitudes, carrying heavier payloads, and launching long-range smart munitions, such as the MAMEL and MAMT, both developed by Turkish defense firm Roketsan. On the ground, the Burkinabe army has been reinforced with Turkish-made Ejder Yalçın 4x4 armored vehicles, built by Neural Makina. These vehicles offer enhanced protection against mines and improvised explosive devices, making them highly effective in dangerous operational environments. Capable of carrying up to 11 personnel, these vehicles are now actively deployed in conflict zones across the country. Burkina Faso's decision to diversify its defense partnerships has also opened the door to collaboration with Russia, reflecting a broader shift in regional geopolitics. The country's leaders are striving to move away from dependency on Western military aid, instead pursuing sovereignty through alliances that prioritize mutual respect and practical support. These efforts have already borne fruit, with improved logistics, aerial surveillance, intelligence capabilities, and ground operations. The national armed forces have begun reclaiming territory from insurgent groups. The military's increased professionalism and strategic coordination have enhanced internal stability and reduced the likelihood of further coups, an all-too-common feature of the nation's post-independence history. This transformation marks a new chapter for Burkina Faso. Long viewed as a nation marred by instability and conflict, it is now carving out a path toward resilience and self-determination. With the backing of strategic allies like Turkey and Russia, and the determined efforts of its military and civilian leadership, Burkina Faso is gradually re-establishing control, restoring national pride, and positioning itself as a rising power in West Africa. The country's recent progress demonstrates that with vision, strong leadership, and the right partnerships, even nations burdened by decades of hardship can rise again. Burkina Faso's renewed focus on sovereignty, security, and strategic cooperation is reshaping its future and sending a clear signal to the world that it is no longer defined by its past, but by its potential. Turkey, under President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, has been on a mission to expand its influence across Africa not just through diplomacy and trade, but also through powerful defense collaborations. For Burkina Faso, this presented the perfect opportunity to strengthen its security forces and reclaim control from insurgent groups. Since the shift in leadership, Burkina Faso has deepened ties with Ankara. Turkish defense exports began to flow in, including some of the most advanced military tools currently available on the global market. One of the most significant assets acquired is the Bayraktar TB2 drone, manufactured by Baykar. Known for its accuracy and effectiveness in asymmetric warfare, this drone has become a game-changer in combat operations. It's used to monitor, track, and neutralize threats with precision. But Burkina Faso didn't stop there. The military also invested in the Akinci UAV, a heavy-duty, high-altitude drone capable of carrying substantial payloads like missiles, smart bombs, and long-range rockets. Together, these drones have enhanced Burkina Faso's surveillance and strike capabilities tenfold. To bolster ground operations, the country turned to Turkish land defense technology. Enter the Ejder Yelkin for By-4, an armored combat vehicle built by Neural Machina. Designed to endure ambushes, landmines, and AEDs, it offers high ballistic protection and mobility. With the ability to transport 11 soldiers safely, it has already proven invaluable in dangerous zones. These upgrades weren't just about showing strength, they were about making real progress on the ground. With improved air support, smarter munitions, and better logistics, Burkina Faso's forces have reclaimed several territories that were once under militant control. Civilian life is slowly returning to stability. Markets are reopening, schools are back in session, and people are beginning to believe in the promise of safety again. Historically, Burkina Faso, formerly known as Upper Volta, has been riddled with political unrest since gaining independence in 1960. Military takeovers, economic downturns, and extremist insurgencies have kept the nation in a cycle of instability. But recent years have shown something different: resolve. With new leadership at the helm and a clear strategy to regain national control, the country is changing course. Instead of being a passive recipient of foreign aid, Burkina Faso is actively shaping its own destiny, investing in defense, building stronger institutions, and reclaiming its sovereignty. Turkey and Russia have emerged as critical partners in this transformation. Their support has gone beyond military aid. It enabled reforms in military structure, improved command operations, and boosted troop morale. With this new foundation, Burkina Faso is not just reacting to threats, it's preparing for the future. Training programs, advanced surveillance systems, and a more organized command chain have made the country's military more capable than ever. Burkina Faso is writing a new story, one of self-reliance, modern warfare capabilities, and strategic partnerships that reflect its national interests. While challenges remain, the progress made since 2022 is undeniable. This once overlooked West African nation is now proving that with vision, determination, and the right allies, even a country long caught in conflict can rise, defend itself, and earn global respect. Burkina Faso's journey is far from over, but for the first time in decades, it's on the offensive, not just against insurgents, but against the limits once imposed on its potential. With this new foundation, Burkina Faso is not just reacting to threats, it's preparing for the future. Training programs, advanced surveillance systems, and a more organized command chain have made the country's military more capable than ever.
De ces engins tactiques et de génie. Prenez le temps nécessaire pour former l'équipage pour qu'ils puissent être assez bien drillés pour l'emploi efficace de ces moyens-là. Et retenez que nous sommes dans un monde de prédation. Pour avoir la paix, il faut faire la guerre. Donc,
As reactions continue to pour in from across the continent, one thing is clear. Africa is demanding respect, sovereignty, and accountability. Was this just a diplomatic misstep or a deeper sign of shifting global alliances? We'll be watching closely. If you found this story important, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more real, unfiltered African news. This is Talk of Africa 360, telling the stories that matter.